YouTube is garbage. That's kind of undisputed at this point. I mean, the demonetization, the false flagging, the copyright system, YouTubers getting unfairly censored on this platform. I mean, how can one deny that YouTube is fucking terrible at this point? I mean, well, let's be honest, YouTube has been terrible for years and years now. Probably for most of its lifespan, it's been pretty fucking bad. I mean, even way back in the quote-unquote golden days of YouTube, people were having trouble with the copyright system. People were still getting their channels unfairly removed due to false flags. But whatever, I guess people like to ignore that and pretend that, oh, things were so much better 2016 and before compared to 2017 to today. But whatever, people love to glorify the past all the time, so whatever, that doesn't really surprise me. But YouTube has definitely been getting worse these past few years. Again, like I said, with the demonetization, the unfair censoring of certain channels. But here's something that a lot of people don't like to acknowledge. YouTube is never, ever going to get better. It will only get worse from here on. You're probably going to see more channels censored, more problems with the demonetization shit. It is not going to change because YouTube is a big corporation that obviously has to adhere to advertisers. Look, I know this might be a bitter pill to swallow for some of you, but this is ultimately what's true. People like Monkey Jones who make videos on mass shooters and things of the sort. Advertisers don't like that, and they obviously don't want to put their advertisements on YouTube because of videos like that. Do I condone what YouTube is doing? Am I happy that Monkey Jones was taken off the platform and other YouTubers like him who are unfairly removed from the platform? Do I support any of that? Hell no. Absolutely not. But you have to remember, YouTube is a corporation, and YouTube obviously gets its pay, a lot of its pay, from advertisers. That's where a lot of these free websites and free social media platforms gets its money from advertisements. And if it weren't for advertisements, these websites and social media platforms would either cease to exist, or you'll have to shill out some money to pay to use them, because without advertisements, these websites would not be free, and people would not be able to use it unless, again, they shill out money to use those platforms. And I know what some of you might be thinking. Well, CNN and NBC and CBS and Fox and any other mainstream news source covers mass shootings and horrible stories that involve death, rape, or any heinous act of the sort every day, and they make profit, and advertisers don't fucking care. And to that I say, you're absolutely correct. I don't have anything to refute that because I know you're absolutely fucking correct. I mean, every day these mainstream media news sources profit off of death, profit off of rape, profit off of terrible things on the daily, and these advertisers, they don't fucking care. And YouTube has put on this different standard compared to these news sources. Why is that? Well, YouTube is a relatively new platform who allows regular Joes like myself to upload videos and potentially gain an audience of hundreds of thousands or millions. And to these old fossils over at advertisement companies, that shit is scary. They might think, oh, since the YouTube allows anyone to make videos, that means our advertisements might be rolling before videos that promote Nazism or promotes racism or anything of the sort. It's stupid, I know, but that's just the reality of the situation. And they pull their advertisements from YouTube, and then YouTube goes into panic mode, obviously, because without advertisements they don't get money, and obviously YouTube has to adhere to what these advertisers say and unfairly remove channels that don't break any rules whatsoever. But YouTube just wants to get rid of them so they potentially won't have any trouble with these advertisement companies. Again, I'm not saying this in a positive light. I am not for this at all, but this is just the reality of the situation. This is why you always see on the homepage, rather than independent creators, and especially on trending, you see CNN videos, or Jimmy Fallon videos, or Jimmy Kimmel videos, or any of the other stupid, unfunny, untalented hacks that have these stupid talk shows that no one fucking likes, but YouTube jams down everyone's throat anyway. Because this is the safe corporate content that advertisers like, because it doesn't provoke any actual thoughts. It doesn't push boundaries at all. And advertisers like that. Advertisers like safe corporate content because it doesn't stir up any kind of controversy at all. And this is why independent creators get fucked over so much on this website, and there is nothing you can do to stop it. And your videos complaining about YouTube, whining and saying, "Oh, I wish YouTube was how it was back in the good old days when YouTube actually cared about its independent creators." Well, back in the day, YouTube wasn't as big as it is now, and wasn't in the spotlight as much as it is now. So obviously, YouTube needs to crack down on certain kind of content, no matter how unfair it may be, in order to please advertisers. And again, your videos complaining about this, complaining about unfair censorship, complaining about demonetization, complaining about anything of the sort, copyright strikes, whatever, it is not going to change a damn thing. So complaining about it is going to fucking do nothing. The only thing I could really see that would be any way effective is to boycott YouTube, but we know that's never gonna fucking happen. I mean, people always talk and bluff and say, "Oh, I'm gonna boycott YouTube. I'm not gonna upload on YouTube anymore," and then they end up staying on this platform. So many people complain about demonetization and saying how, "Oh my god, I can't swear on my videos anymore. I can't talk about these controversial subjects anymore." And at first, people tried to fight against it, but what happened in the long run? Now people are censoring their videos, not talking about certain subjects, so they could still keep their precious monetization. Willingly getting fucked in the ass by YouTube is not going to help, and making videos complaining about how YouTube is currently is not going to help. And I know I've made videos complaining about YouTube and such, but now I just realize how pointless that really is at this point, and how that's not really going to change anything because YouTube is not going to listen. Oh, well, let's all dislike YouTube Rewind 2018. That'll work. What does that video have? Like fucking 10 million dislikes now? It's the most disliked video on YouTube. And what did YouTube do? Well, they just made a little tweet saying, "Oh, wow, we got 10 million dislikes. Wow." That's certainly an accomplishment. I know it was sarcasm and all that, but in the long run, they didn't fucking care. It didn't faze them at all. Disliking that fucking Rewind that I'm not even gonna bother watching because it just favors the safe corporate channels here on YouTube that I don't even like at all. You know, that's not gonna do anything. People try to make it seem like this big important thing. We're so dissatisfied with how YouTube is currently. Let's dislike this video. Like that's gonna do anything. If you want to do something, actually do something. All of you 10 million plus people who disliked the YouTube Rewind because you thought that would make some kind of change should actually put your money where your mouths are and actually not use YouTube. Go over to the alternative sites, garner traction there, and start a whole revolution here on YouTube and have an actual site, have a site actually compete against YouTube, because YouTube has a monopoly, and as long as YouTube has a monopoly when it comes to video sharing, they're not gonna fucking change shit. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Bye-bye.